In a time not far, strong in the future. Wish for a defect. James brings them strange messages. They want a new game. Her name is the Culp, and those who say they will earn $100,000, Perujo the 25th floor in a very luxurious building in the center of the country. And when they all gather, the sound of a computer burn on them to record their names on a tablet. Then they tell them to take off all their demolition and their need, and put it in the locker. And where instead? This is like those who use it in movies. Because the computer knows their movements, and they are changing to one named Adam. To cheat, and the suit sticks to him, and another one named Carl. It reveals a burning scar, very big and its shape is ugly. And the third tells them that he was a military man in the time. His name is Andrea, and when everyone stays fine, they enter a mode with a device, wipes the body. This voice says they are standing on the device, and choose username, or alias. Their toys. And take their kit. This kit is a very rigid suit. And a virtual reality costume helmet. They ride in their back to feel everything. But I thought that these things do not exist except with large people. Film companies. Everyone wears this need quickly, except one named Zahid. This is a Muslim from Bosnia. He called himself a terrorist Khazar. Petrick means on the word, but he didn't know that the name would be written on the suit. I don't like the situation, so he tries to walk, but the door is locked, and no one will reply to him. The rest of the game convinces him that the topic is normal, so he agrees to play. This voice is Byrne and says that training is good. They all lock the helmets, so that the game will work. The fashion is fluctuating. You stay like a horror movie. After the apocalypse, and their allowance turns into a military uniform, and their cravings disappear. And although every need they feel seriously, they can cross their hands from these normal needs. Suddenly someone appears like an officer like this, and talk to them in a military way. They can't touch him again, and when they lift the helmets, it makes sure that it is not available at all. That's just character in the game, but it looks very real. The team is walking behind this officer. Another woman takes it, including their weapons, and whoever is actually playing plastic. This officer tells them to try the weapons on a little Kazaz. And the game is impressed with the view. After you train a little bit, this officer hits two of them with fire. They lose their protective jacket. And the officer explains to them that one strike, you let them lose their protection. And they remain exposed. If you are naked, after they lose the jacket, they can take an injection, cure like this, just with them one, just for each one. And he says that there are criminals in control of this building. Their job is to save them. They go down to the floor again while they are sober. Who will do this? He will take the money seriously. After this officer disappears, Andrea says that he will lead the team because it is experience. And give them advice so that they prefer hidden Pepso in different places. And suddenly one enemy. He appears in the road and hits a fire. Most of them are just hiding. Andre moves quickly and kills him. And the voices burn. And he says that they are finished. 25 levies. All the points go to Andrea. Bimso, the body. And they know that it is a character in the game too. And when they go down the ladder, they discover that there is electricity. You will kill them if they try to walk without getting rid of. The team enters the 24. And they have newer weapons. Andrea teaches them how to use it to enter the big fashion. And one named Marco kills the first one, enemy, and appear. And most of the game is bet grow in themselves. And they start to run and use random things to cover themselves while they kill criminals. Adam is finished. All his bullets without hitting. No shot at Andrea interfering. To hit the boy and take a shot in his place, he loses his protective jacket. At the same time, her name is Taylor. Bajela in a state of panic. It appears that her owner is the one who is determined. And she came to her place, but you can't stand it. The gym, because its shape is very real. Her name is Chile, trying to gift it. And you think that this is just a game, but when he comes, her role hits a limit. You don't know how to do it yet. One of the criminals is close to the girl, so I will. Carl. And he kills him, but he gets hit too and loses his protective jacket. Carl is trying to give up, but the enemy hits him again, so she runs, killing the boy. Carl and Shelley open their helmets. And even in fact, Carl feels pain, he can't stand it. Go back to the game, Andrea, with my hands Carl syringe, to be afraid. Along Carl is running. Again and opens the helmet. To come back, and he says that this does not work, it remains a game at all. Then the whole team opens the helmet. To rest a little, and I will find new weapons. And Carl says that he felt electric shock seriously and says, can you stay? Zaid is running, and he tries to take off the suit. I just don't know. Marco says this is a test. After that, Zahid says it can be this. Experience from the army, and Marco agrees. The opinion and says that Andrea. This can be followed by them, and planted in the air of the group, it is frozen. And Andre goes to the bathroom to guide himself. The game is not taken into account that the game, still working, and the criminals who killed them came back again. One of them is besieging Andrea. In the bathroom, oh dub. He can lock the helmet before he gets hit, and he wants to take the injection. It was okay. He performed it for Carl, and the rest hear voices and open the helmets. Fadward hits along and the team pits to hide. And Taylor is trying to take the ladder. But the fetish is still not finished, so it will be closed. in front of her, and suddenly the criminals hit a fire, and the team defend themselves as much as they can. Edward has the same injection, and Andre pulls his bleeding body in the road. Adam Permi, a bomb kills all the enemies who are virtuous. The night is over, and Adam takes the highest score. Without the sound of bullets, the team can hear Andre is asking for help. At the moment, DeAndre opens the helmet, and he hears Timur's voice before his brain is electrified. This makes him cramp. How many minutes? And on my mind, what are the rest of them? He will be dead, and Shelley is trying to do it artificial respiration. But there is no benefit, and the voices burn and says that they can go. The night after it, but the team does not want to play again. Bishofu blood on the ground, and they know that the helmet was the one who killed Andre, so they try to take it off quickly. It just doesn't work. Zahid is crazy. And hold an extinguisher, fire, and asks for help. Someone runs a test. And Carly volunteers. And he hits Zahid with the extinguisher. How many times just the helmet? Also, you are at this moment the sergeant calls them to enter the game. Walking through Carl. Before Zahid runs Kamschlot. Because it violates rules. And because this officer warns them that they will succumb if they don't play. The team has no solution in front of them. But they complete, and they will be with you. No big problems. Although they are in every role, they must learn. They use new weapons. They deal with new rules of play. In a situation where gas is leaking, they do not use weapons, fire, and they must bring knives and suffocate with hands. Which means that they are fighting someone. What is the reason? This is what I want. Taylor worries more, and Shell promises that she will get her out of here. They are perfect. Most of the team go down and lose their jackets. And in a choke, Carl and Adam Pitsabo Chile, and Marco helps them with injections. Their product, after how many hours, the team takes Brick and discovers that the world is night in reality. They are bored of playing, and they use many things to start messing up at the windows. And Zahid can break Al-Qazaz in Arabic. At this moment, the sergeant appears again, and he starts hitting Zahid, much more powerful. From the last time, Zahid tries to run away and take the ladder. But the sergeant is looking down, and the fall makes him break his leg. And before he walks, the officer says whoever will try to escape again will die. The team is saving him, Zahid, and notice that this wound is this time seriously in his body. He is not in the game, so he does not use the injection, and the sound of the computer thinks that they must move, so Zahid. He asks them to hide it and walk from others. And the team puts it behind how many luggage. After how many minutes, he dies of bleeding. And in the night after that, Marco is suffocating with the rest. Because of the new weapons, and the one who scatters them and lets one of his enemy hide. And hit him in the back, and Team Purdue fire. Taylor is running to hide in the bathroom. And after hitting a lot of fire, a bomb that ends the suffocation, this is purer. And Shelley helps Marco with the injection, and the team knows that Taylor, not available, and go around it. One of the criminals shows up in the bathroom, and he starts to check on the cabins one. And Chili hears it, so she opens the door and stabs the first boy. And the liffle is finished. Edward takes the top score and appears first in the ranking. And they take Brick. The team is talking about their lives, and they know that all of them do not have family. If chosen. Because no one will ask them. And that's how they can be killed. It's normal, and the company will not do anything. After that, the group goes to the night after it, and they will find it. Sergeant Beats, hostage. He says that a bomb in the basement will explode the whole building and kill them. All of them if they don't stop quickly. And the only way to break it is to take it. Al-Code from the hostage. And because the boy is delivered, because of electricity, Edward does not hesitate to electrify without mercy. And after I beg to live without benefit, this criminal says a word, and he writes it on the computer. This is just working. The bomb, actually. There is only 30 minutes to control in it before it explodes. And Sergeant Bimchi, hostage, laughing at them. And Taylor is killing him, and Marco goes crazy and shits. Adam and he tries to hit him, but his hand hurts him from the helmet. So he opens it to hit him seriously. And when Taylor tries to stop him, she fumbles too. At this moment, the voice of the sergeant, you hear him say, "It's holding the door open." And the team is running quickly to enter it. And the elevator really started to come down. He just suddenly stands up, and the doors are not all open, so Marco is tight. To make enough space. Because everyone goes out, and when Adam tries to walk, Marco is banning him as punishment. And they end up locked in the air. And the ellipsis takes them to the third roll. And it closes after they go out. And the two are seeing you, crashed plane, outside the window, before they start to advance in the... And Marco is forcing Adam to go to one. And he knows how to kill a criminal, but his bullets are finished. This is not refreshing Marco, it's ripping Adam ahead, and leave it as a shield. And he allows Marco to run and interrogate. And it hits and after how many seconds will he die? There is only 5 minutes left. And Marco is here, but he does not hesitate to move. Why is this sound burn? And he says that the liffle, this is over. At the same time on the 4th floor, the rest of the team Pelago, a few weapons, and they started spinning in the area. And suddenly a criminal, Permi smoke bomb. And Carl has to come back to behind because I remember him in a state of panic and Shelley is running to reassure him. And Carl says that he lost his owner in the fire that he did. The Scarn screams because I don't save it. And Smoke is Bev Crew. With her and Chili, you gift him a word and convince him to complete. And the team Piccolo in the different nights. And they reach the first floor and they don't have any bullets. Sometime the rest will fight criminals. Taylor spins the area. And you will find a little injection. Suddenly Marco appears behind her and asks for the injection. But Taylor refuses, so Marco shoots her. And why Carly? Peggy spins on Taylor, Marco pretending to be hit. And bitch, and Carly Pelagi, Taylor's body. And after you go crazy, Bischoff that she wrote Marco's name in her blood. Carl is pure crazy. And he opens the helmet. And he actually attacks Marco. And I don't know how many kicks before he tries to strangle him. But Marco bezels Carl on the precaution and signs it. To hit him, until he separates him. And Carly Bird hit Marco with an extinguisher. Fire, but Marco is running it. And when Marco is ready, to hit Carly with bullets. Sergeant appears. He started beating him, and after how many punches? Sergeant grabs Marco by the neck and chokes him. Until he dies, and after they find the bodies, the hills are a defect for those who are virtuous. They start to move downward, and there is only 7 minutes left. And when they arrive, the voice says that this is the last night, and the three are holding the new weapons and Pedoro in the role. And they kill the criminals who throw them on the way. And every time they get a chance, they try to move towards the bomb. But the enemies prefer to go, and Carl throws a grenade and clears the noose so they can move. Hurry up now. But a criminal suddenly appears in Arabic and quickly shoots Carl. And Shelley and Edward Pigro. To hide. Waqtima Carly. He turns on his syringe. Chili hears that there is nothing but 2 minutes left. And you try to run towards. The bomb just hits. She too. And Carly hits again while he moves towards her. And replace her with the syringe is his replacement. And he says she wins before he dies next to her. And then Edward uses a bazooka. To kill another enemy and Beggary to stop the bomb. And there is nothing but a second left. After that, the sergeant appears to bless them for winning. Edward Bibda repeats sergeant's words. They know he is the owner of the company. From the first and the acting ends. And a few men wearing black will enter. So that Chile can sleep. Before they start cleaning the building. Get rid of the bodies. And the server of the gym. It clears all information about the game. And turn on the stop device. And in the morning, Chile, she wakes up while she is wearing her normal clothes. And meanwhile, Edward wears a suit. And help. The kit cares. Every need. And she has the bag with the money in it. And when you threaten him, she will go to the police and tell her that no one will believe her. And when a man tries to drug her again, Shelley resists and injects him. Then you steal his gun. And you hit all the lights in the garage. Edward sold his men behind her. But after all the experience Chili gained in the game, you kill them all easily. And when Chili graduated, Edward begs her to let him live. Just kill him. She is also without mercy. And then leave the building. Without taking the money. Friendly end of the movie. And we meet in a new summary. Thanks for watching.